Welcome to the Lockover weapons tier list. Now, I know what you might be thinking. It's just about rarity, right? But trust me, there's a lot more to it than that. Sure, rarity plays a role, but what really sets each weapon apart are things like performance, community feedback, and my own experience testing these bad boys out. In this video, I'm going to break down the weapons from top tier to those you might want to think twice about picking up. It's not all about fancy stats, but about how each weapon fits into the overall game. I've done the research, sifted through the rankings, and today we're going to uncover the true metas and what really gets the job done in the mid-game. I know, the weapons list can feel like a maze at first, but don't worry, I've got you covered. By the end of this video, you'll know which weapons to grab and which ones to leave behind, all based on solid research and player insights. Whether you're grinding for the best or just trying to understand what's worth the effort, I've gathered everything you need to make smart choices. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of Lockover weapons, ranking them by real value and what works best in the long run. I'm quickly moving on to the video and I'm ranking weapons in Lockover. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Total Defense. Alright, so let's talk about the Total Defense, a legendary weapon in Lockover. Now, this isn't exactly what you'd call an instant win weapon, but it can definitely turn the tides if you use it right. You've got this cool ability to perform header blocks, which helps you defend the ball. So if you're the type of player who loves to play it safe and secure your position, this is a solid option. You don't need to rely on fancy maneuvers, just good old defense and precision. But here's the kicker. When the ball's floating midair, you can teleport straight to it. That's right, it gives you a real shot at grabbing the ball and keeping it in your hands. But here's the thing. This weapon really shines when you're focusing on positioning and timing. It's not going to make you the flashiest player on the field, but it's perfect for those who like to stay in control. The teleportation trick can give you that extra edge, especially when things are chaotic and you need to stay calm. You don't want to overcommit with risky moves, so Total Defense lets you patiently wait for your opportunity. Whether you're defending or trying to snatch the ball from midair, this weapon is all about making the most out of every moment without rushing into the action. It's not the most explosive, but it's certainly a reliable choice. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Muscle Bullet and Smell Instinct. Alright, let's talk about some of the weapons in Lockover that make a serious impact but aren't quite at the top of the leaderboard. We're diving into the B tier today, and trust me, these weapons have their unique charm. First up, we've got the Muscle Bullet. This weapon lets you ragdoll opponents with a shoulder charge that can be buffed using the flow skill. I mean, how fun is it to send someone flying across the arena? If you're all about that power and control, this weapon's definitely a strong pick. Plus, it's got a nice little bonus where you can push opponents away, giving you some breathing room when things get too intense. Now, let's chat about Smell Instinct. It's rare, but it's definitely a weapon that packs a punch in the right hands. With this weapon, you get an AoE stun that can put multiple enemies in their place, perfect for when you want to throw the whole game plan off for your opponents. But what's even cooler is the ability to block shots with mid-air headers. It's like you're just casually chilling in the air, blocking projectiles like a pro. And when you throw in the flow skill, it guarantees that you'll always have the ball. It's pretty solid for both offense and defense. Muscle Bullet's great for those who want to keep things aggressive, but Smell Instinct really shines if you're looking for versatility. The stun AoE is perfect for crowd control and blocking shots mid-air. Total game changer, especially when you're up against opponents who rely on ranged attacks. The flow skill's synergy with Smell Instinct is what makes this weapon an easy B-tier contender. It's all about keeping that ball in your hands and messing with your opponent's strategy. In the end, both of these weapons fall into the B-tier for a reason. They're not the absolute best, but they can still get the job done if you know how to work with their unique abilities. Whether you're clearing space with a shoulder charge or stunning the entire field, you're sure to cause some chaos. So, grab these weapons, have some fun with them, and enjoy the ride. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, 44 Red Panther, Monster Dribbling, and Explosive Acceleration. Alright, let's talk about some of the weapons in Lockover that are in the A tier. You know, these aren't the top dogs, but they're definitely the ones you want to have in your arsenal when you're trying to shake things up in a match. They've got some serious perks, but they can't quite match the insane power of the S tier weapons. But hey, who said second place isn't still pretty darn good? First up, we've got the 44 Red Panther. Now, this one is all about speed, and yep, you guessed it, more speed. You get a super quick dash and a chance to land a perfect curved shot. It's a weapon that rewards aggressive play and fast reactions. However, let's be real, it's a bit on the weaker side compared to some other mythicals. It just doesn't have the raw power of something like the Joker. So if you're looking for a big hit or a devastating play, you might want to look elsewhere. But if you're all about zipping around and taking quick, strategic shots, this one's for you. Then we have Monster Dribbling, a legendary weapon that can change how you move around the field. This one lets you cause the ball to follow you with a heel flick, which is honestly pretty cool. If you manage to dribble successfully, you'll buff yourself, making your moves even smoother and quicker. It's a fun one to play around with because it gives you a bit more control of the ball and can leave defenders scratching their heads. The downside? It doesn't exactly pack a punch when it comes to direct offensive power. But if you're looking to keep your opponents on their toes with some slick ball control, this is a solid choice. Moving on to Explosive Acceleration, a rare weapon that gives you a huge speed boost for a short time. All you have to do is aim directly at the goal and unleash a powerful kick. This move makes you the fastest player on the field for a limited time, so it's perfect for breaking away from defenders or charging in to score a last-minute goal. Plus, if you've got the flow skill to back it up, you can make this even more deadly. However, the downside is that it's not the most versatile weapon. While you'll get a speed boost, you're mostly just charging straight ahead, so your options are a bit limited. Still, it's hard to ignore that quick burst of speed. Let's talk strategy for a minute. Each of these weapons has its own niche. 44 Red Panther is great for fast plays and taking on defenders head-on, but it won't always give you the strongest hits. Monster Dribbling, on the other hand, rewards you for being clever with the ball, giving you some extra buffs if you can outmaneuver your opponents. And Explosive Acceleration is perfect for those clutch moments when you need to break away from the pack and make a run for the goal. None of them are unbeatable, but each weapon offers something unique that can be game-changing when used correctly. In the end, it's all about how you play. These weapons may not be the absolute best, but they're reliable in their own right. You've got speed, control, and bursts of power in different ways. And when you know how to use each one to its full potential, you're looking at a pretty fun match. Whether you're dribbling circles around your opponent or sprinting past them with explosive speed, these A-tier weapons can hold their own. But hey, if you want to go all the way to the top, you might want to aim for those S-tier weapons. Still, these ones are no slouches, and they'll definitely help you keep up with the competition. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, the Joker and Perfect Ball Control. Alright folks, let's talk about the real game changers in Lockover, those weapons that can completely flip the script when you're out on the pitch. We're diving into the S tier where the heavy hitters live, and trust me, you won't want to miss this. So, buckle up because these weapons are just wild. First up, we've got the Joker, Mythical. If you haven't seen this thing in action, it's time to get your eyes on it. The King Shot and Killer Chop are absolute game breakers. And oh boy, Killer Chop gets an even bigger boost from the flow skill, making it a move you absolutely want in your arsenal. Then there's Lion Devour, which lets you teleport straight to an opponent, grab that ball, and bam, you're in position for the goal. It's like having a cheat code for possession. But wait, there's more. Enter Perfect Ball Control, Legendary. This weapon is as precise as it gets. It lets you summon traps on the field and even mid-air. Talk about adding an extra layer of strategy. One of those traps increases your chances of scoring big time, and if that wasn't enough, the flow skill makes sure your aim is spot on when you're lining up for the goal. The whole setup is designed to make sure you're always in control and ready to make those perfect shots count. If you're all about dominating the field and turning every opportunity into a scoring chance, these weapons are your ticket to victory. The Joker's mind-blowing teleportation and Killer Chops combined with Perfect Ball Control's strategic traps and precise aiming, it's a combo that can't be stopped. So, next time you're choosing your weapons, keep these in mind, because with them, you'll be the one leading the charge. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.